Hello and welcome to another video with me, Christian Rauchenwald. Now in this video I'm going to show you how you can use your Android device, so your Android mobile phone or tablet, to earn a couple of dollars on the side with no real work involved thanks to a service called Honeygain. But before we talk about what Honeygain is and why they actually are willing to give you money just for having your device turned on and connected to the internet, I want to quickly point out that if you use the referral link in the description down below or the referral code when you sign up for Honeygain, you'll actually get a $5 bonus instantly, which will make your first payout happen faster. And hey, who doesn't like free money? Let's quickly talk about what is Honeygain and why exactly are they willing to pay you for having your device turned on and connected to the internet. Honeygain is a proxy server network and you can become part of that network. Now, if you don't know what a proxy server is, it's quite easy. Imagine you open your phone and you enter www.google.com. In this case, your phone will connect directly to the server of google.com, and therefore Google will see the IP address of your device, so it will know who connects to google.com. Now, a proxy server is nothing else but a device in between. So your phone would not connect directly to google.com, but it would connect first to the proxy server and then from there to google.com, which means google.com would see the IP of the so-called proxy server, so the proxy, and would not see the IP and therefore the location of your actual device. And you may be wondering now, why would people want to do that? Why would they want to spend money simply to hide their IP address or their location? There are a couple of real-world use cases that apply to most people. For example, if you use Netflix, you'll eventually figure out that Netflix program is different in each country or region. So if you're living in the US, the TV shows and movies that you can watch and also the languages available on those TV shows and movies may vary from the selection that's available to somebody, for example, in Germany. Now imagine you are living in the US, but you're going on vacation to Germany, and in between you want to watch your favorite TV show, but Netflix tells you that it's not available in Germany, so you cannot watch it. Now, if you were to use a proxy server in the US, your device would first connect to the proxy server and then to Netflix, so Netflix would think that you're still in the US and you would be able to watch your favorite TV show. That's just one of the many use cases where proxy servers come into play, and that's also one of the areas where Honeygain has a huge advantage over other commercial proxy server providers, because commercial proxy server providers have their proxy servers in big data centers. So for example, in the data centers of Amazon Web Services or Google Cloud Hosting and so on. And Netflix and other providers that apply geo restrictions to their services are aware of the IP addresses of those servers. So when you use one of the popular proxy servers or VPN services to try to connect to Netflix, you will suddenly see a screen that tells you, "We're sorry, but it looks like you're using a VPN/proxy and therefore you cannot watch anything right now. Please connect directly to our services." But Honeygain, however, doesn't use their own servers in data centers, but uses real people's internet connection and pays them for it. So basically using regular IP addresses versus data center IP addresses, and therefore makes it impossible for services like Netflix to recognize that you're actually not connecting from within the US, and you'll be able to watch your favorite TV show. At the end of the day, this creates a win-win-win situation. Honeygain's customers are able to access a proxy server network that doesn't get recognized and blocked by providers like Netflix. Honeygain themselves can run a business and generate revenue by providing that network without actually having to pay monthly fees for servers in huge data centers. And Honeygain users like you, for example, that provide their internet connection to Honeygain actually can get paid for just sharing some of their internet bandwidth. Now that we've covered what Honeygain is, how it exactly works, and why they're willing to pay you, I'm going to walk you through the steps how you can start making money with your Android device. And it all starts by clicking on the link in the description down below, which will take you to a page that looks like this. On that welcome page, you can already see that because you clicked on the referral link, you will get an additional $5 credited instantly once you create your account. You can see that they've done over 20,000 payouts at the time of recording this video, paid users more than $500,000 so far, and the average time it takes the users to earn $20, which is the minimum payout amount, is 48 days. That time varies, and I will explain that in a second as well. So once you're on that page, either on your computer, on your mobile phone, all you have to do is click Claim $5 Now. And on the next page here, on the sign up page, enter your email and pick a password. You'll see that it already shows the referral code bonus because you clicked on the link. If you didn't click on the link, but you went straight to the sign up page, the page will look like this, and it will have a coupon code field, and you can then just copy the coupon code from the description down below and enter that here to again unlock the $5 bonus. Once that's done, you may have to check your email and confirm your email address, and after that you'll be able to log in into your Honeygain dashboard. And the Honeygain dashboard is going to look like this for you, although initially you'll have 0 balance and 0 traffic. And here I also can already point out why it may vary how long it takes you to earn the first $20 for your payout. As you can see, I've been running Honeygain for 9 days on this computer right now. And you see that for the first 7 days, there was little traffic, so only 240 megabytes, 250 megabytes per day average, which means it didn't pay a lot because Honeygain pays you $1 per 10 gigabyte transferred. However, you can also see that yesterday, for example, 1.76 gigabytes got transferred through our Honeygain account, and today we're already looking at close to 1 gigabyte. So you see that the traffic that goes through your devices with Honeygain actually varies depending on the demand that currently is on the network. So it depends, for example, on the location you're living in. People that sign up from the US or English-speaking countries in general will probably see more traffic and therefore make money faster. Others, like me, for example, living in Ukraine, will see less traffic and therefore make a little bit less money. But the biggest benefit of Honeygain is all you have to do is let it run in the background. Don't pay attention to it, and here and there just check your balance. Now obviously you don't make any money just by looking at your Honeygain dashboard, so now I'm going to show you how you can actually install it on your Android device to earn money from sharing your mobile internet connection. And don't worry, on the Android application you can set a transfer limit. So for example, if your data plan includes 10 gigabytes of data per month, but on average you're using 5 gigabytes yourself, you will be able to say that you only want to share 5, 4, 3 gigabytes per month, and it will only share that part, so you will not end up causing yourself additional expenses on your mobile plan. And by the way, in case you didn't notice it on the dashboard already, Honeygain also works on Windows and Mac OS, and you can run 2 installations per network. So if you have your home internet and you own 2 laptops, you can run Honeygain on both of those, for example, plus run it on your mobile phone without being connected to the Wi-Fi, and you'd actually have 3 devices working for you in the background. But now let's jump into how to set things up for Android. Unfortunately, the Honeygain app is not listed in the Google Play Store, so you will have to click on Get Android App in the top right corner here, preferably directly on your mobile device, so you download the APK file, so the application file, directly to your Android device. I'm not going to save it here because I already prepared it on the other screen. But you obviously should download the file and either move it from your computer to your Android device, or as mentioned, preferably log into the Honeygain dashboard on your mobile phone and download the app directly there. Since I currently don't have an Android device, I'm using BlueStacks as an Android simulator, and I'm just gonna drag the APK file that I downloaded into BlueStacks, which will automatically install it. Now for you on your actual Android device, you may see a prompt that asks you if you wanna trust the source and install the application, or you may have to go into your settings and then there to security settings, and there enable the install from unknown sources checkbox to actually be able to install Honeygain in the first place. Now once Honeygain is installed, you can simply start it by tapping on it, and after agreeing to the terms of use, you will be greeted with the Honeygain welcome screen, where you can watch a how Honeygain works tutorial, or you can skip the introduction and set up the app. Now during the setup, you are able to decide if you only want to run Honeygain on your Android device when it's connected to Wi-Fi, or if you also want to share your mobile data connection. So if you select no here, Honeygain will only route traffic through your device while it's connected through Wi-Fi. And if you have a data plan and you have a few gigabytes to spare every month, then you should select yes here, and you'll be able to set a mobile data limit in case you don't have a flat rate. So you'll be able to say, I only want to share 1 gigabyte of data per month, which will avoid Honeygain using more. And additionally, you can also limit Honeygain's use to either only be active when the phone is connected to a charger, or to use it all the time, so even when it's on battery. Obviously, it makes sense to select yes for both options, because this way Honeygain will be active more often, which means you have a higher chance of routing traffic through your device, which means you will at the end of the day earn more money. And on the next screen, you will see a reminder or a note that points out that the battery saving settings of Android may prevent Honeygain from working. So you would need to disable battery optimization to increase your revenue. But again, that's optional and up to you, but it will have an impact on how much money you make. So you may want to play around and maybe disable it first and see if you still can get through the day with your phone. And if it uses too much battery, then simply enable the battery optimization in Android again to make sure that your battery lasts the whole day. Now I'm going to disable battery optimization here. And the next thing Honeygain will show you is an additional reminder that you can also run it on Windows and or macOS. So if you have other devices in your household, for example, a Windows laptop or a MacBook Pro or something like that, then I'd recommend that you install Honeygain there as well. Again, behind one internet connection, you can run Honeygain on 2 devices. If you run it on more devices, only 2 of them will be active. So if you have multiple computers, you should install it on the 2 computers that run most often, and additionally on your mobile phone. So if only one computer and your mobile phone is running, you still get the maximum out of it. Now I'm going to select Don't Show again and OK. And as you can see, for the initial traffic that ran through the device, we already see 0.01 credit here. Now the last thing you'll need to do is actually click on More, and here click on Login if you followed the steps earlier in the video, or click on Sign Up if you haven't, and again then manually enter the promo code that you can find in the description down below. And once you log in, your dashboard will show you your actual data if you already had Honeygain running on other devices before. So that's it. That's how easy you can set up Honeygain on your Android device to actually start earning some money based on your internet connection on your phone. As mentioned, the amount of money that you can earn with Honeygain depends on a lot of different things, like for example, where exactly are you living, how many devices are you using, how fast is your internet connection, and so on. But the benefit of Honeygain clearly is that it doesn't require any work. Once you've set it up, all you have to do is let it run in the background on your Android phone, on your Windows and macOS computers, and over time you will earn more and more credits and eventually reach the $20 payout limit. As mentioned on the website of Honeygain, it takes on average 48 days for those $20 to accumulate. So based on those 48 days, on average, users earn roughly $150 per year through Honeygain. And while an additional $150 in income per year probably won't make you rich or poor, but it's still free money that you get for pretty much doing nothing. So there's no reason not to install the app. And don't be discouraged if you don't get a lot of traffic with Honeygain initially. As you could see in our own Honeygain dashboard, for the first 7 days we had almost no traffic at all, and only the last 2 days the traffic suddenly increased. So I'd recommend that you kind of like set it and forget it. So install the app, set it up, let it run, and then check it every 4 to 8 weeks. Be happy about every payout that you can make, but don't get discouraged along the way if there's a week or 2 where you don't have a lot of traffic going through your application. That's it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you were able to take something away from this video. If you have any questions whatsoever, leave them in the comments down below. And with that, I'm going to leave you to it and see you in one of our other videos. Till then, bye-bye.